Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Clay Loves Logic. On this channel, I solve logic-based Sudoku puzzles I find interesting. Today, I'm going to be looking at the puzzle Rainbow Fishes by Evan. Now, as always, I'll put the link to the puzzle in the description of the video so you can try it out if you'd like, but for now, let us look at the rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply. So you have to have the digits 1 to 9 in every 3x3 box, in every row, and in every column. Okay, we have Renban lines. So digits along a pink line must contain a consecutive set of non-repeating digits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, almost a complete set. This one here would have 1, 2, 3, 4, for example. Doesn't have to be in order. It could be 4, 2, 3, 1, something like that. Region sum lines. So box borders divide blue lines into segments with the same sum. What that means is these two digits sum to these two digits, sum to these two digits, sum to these two digits. They all have the same value. German whisper lines, two connected cells along a green line must have a difference of at least 5. Could be more than 5, has to be at least 5. And there's some tricks we know about German whispers that we'll get into as we solve the puzzle. Killer cages we're familiar with. So digits on a cage must sum to the number in the top left corner of that cage. These two digits sum to 7, these two sum to 4, these two sum to 11, so on and so forth. And black dots separate cells that have a 2-to-1 ratio, so 2, 4, 3, 6, 4, 8, anything like that. And then the rule set I struggle with substantially is these orange lines are Dutch whisper lines. Dutch whispers have to have a difference of at least 4. Those are all the rules of the puzzle, and let us get into it. Firstly, a 4 can only be of digits 1 and 3. Okay, so these two cells then have a difference of 2, don't they? Because remember, these two things sum to these two things. So if the difference between this and this is 2, then the difference between these two have to be 2 as well. One has to be 2 bigger than the other, and that'll dictate where the 1 or the 3 is. So what does that mean? I don't know yet. I mean, I'm sure there's something relatively simple. For example, could this be 8, 1, where the 1's here and this is an 8? If this is an 8, this would have to be 6, 7. That would work. That's one way to do it. Yeah, let me just hum and haw about that for a second. Oh, you know what? Would that work? No, because then this would have to be a 3. Yeah, that wouldn't work because this would then have to be 2 bigger than an 8, which is not possible. So 1 and 8 doesn't work. What about 2 and 6? Well, if this is 6, this would have to be either 4 or 8. Yeah, there's lots of ways that this is going to work. That's not going to be the spot to think about. Maybe we should think about this 7 or the 13. I mean, it has the same kind of logic. Well, actually, you know what? The 13, for example, couldn't be 4 and 9 because this is a 4-cell Renban. These digits have to be consecutive. There's too much of a gap between 4 and 9 for that to work. And in fact, when you think about 16, the only way to do it is 7 and 9. So 13, 6. If this was the 9, then you have to have a way to make 13 that is, well, basically it would have to be 6, 7. And then how do you make 8? You can't make 8 because you would need to use 8. So this digit here, that's our first takeaway. This digit cannot be a 9. This is a 7. This is a 9. And that's going to help this 13 cage because it removes 9 and 4. It removes 6 and 7. So this 13 cage actually just has to be 5 and 8 now. That's the only way to make it. That's helpful. That's helpful because now we almost know what kind of values we could have for this whole thing to total. You know, 1 plus 5 is 6, which won't work because this would then have to be 3 and 3. 1 plus 8 is 9, which would make this need to be 3. 6, 3 doesn't work. I almost want to say that this is not 1 anymore. I think this has to be 3, but let's think about it for a second. That would make this is either 8, which would be 7 and 2, or it's 11, which wouldn't work. I think that's the only way this works. Let's think about all of that again, just to make sure we're right. So what we do know is this is 5 and 8, right? This can't be 7 or 9. So it can't be 7 and 6, and it can't be 9 and 4. The only other way to make 13 is 5 and 8. That's true. So the second that this is either 5 or 8, what are the values for this? If this is 5, let's say this is 1. 1 plus 5 is 6. That requires 3 and 3. Doesn't work. 1 plus 8 is 9. That requires 3 and 6. But then how do you make 9? With a 3. Doesn't work. This is not a 1. This is a 3. This is a 1. So then, if this is 5 or 8, oh my God, stop it. My dog is driving me absolutely insane this morning. Okay, 5 or 8, what do we do? If this is 5, then this has to be 7. Oops, sorry. This has to be 7, this has to be 2. Possible. If this is 8, that's 11, which doesn't work because 1 plus 10 is 11. Not only does that not fit into a 9 cage, it's also just too big of a number. So 5, 8, 7, and 2. Beautiful. Okay, so let's think more about this now. So we have to make 13. We can't use 6, 7. And we can't use 9, 4 because this would have to be a 4 and this would have to be a 9. They're way too big. So this is also 5 and 8. Oh, great. Because now, how do you make this Renban work? This is a 6. Remember, these have to be consecutive. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8. That makes this a 2. Great start to this puzzle. This digit here is interesting now because it has to be extreme, right? This digit has 4 different digits that hinge around it. And when you think about German whispers, the only way you can do that is with a 1 that's flanked with 6, 7, 8, or 9, or a 9, which is flanked with 1, 2, 3, 4. And this can't be a 9 anymore, so this is in fact a 1. And these digits circling it are 6, 7, 8, 9, of which neither of these are 9, and this one is not 6 or 7, or 8, actually, because of this Siamese pair. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. This is a 9, and we have a 6, 7, 8 triple, of which neither of these can be 6, because one thing about German whispers is 6 is a monogamous digit. It can only be beside a 1. So if either of these is 6, well, first of all, it just can't be, because if this is 6, this would have to be a 1. It's not going to work because there's already a 1 in the box. This is 6. This is a 7, 8 pair. And the second that this digit has to see both of these, you think 7 could be beside a 2. But keep in mind, there's always going to be a 7 looking at this digit. So you couldn't put anything bigger than a 2 here. The second you have a 7, you need to have a 2. It needs to be small. If you put a 3 here, you can't have a 7, 8 pair. It doesn't work. So then these digits on the outskirts. Well, look, this is a 5, 8 pair, first of all. So because that's a 5, 8 pair, we get a place of 5 here. It can't go anywhere else. So this is then, what, 4 and 3 of all things? Yeah. Okay. Oh, this is an excellent puzzle. This is a lot of fun. Okay, how do you make 7 now? Well, 1 and 6 works. If this is 1 or 6, this is doubled, so it's 2 or 3. The next way you can make 7 is with 2 and 5, which only works if this is 2 and this is 5. This is 5. And that would make this be 4 or a 1. Oh, this is just going to be anything. Then the other way to make 7 is 3 or 4. Yeah, this is just not even worth penciling. This is just any digits. There's 1 million options that satisfy this. I'm not content to say anything about that yet. So maybe we should think about this 11 cage. 2-9 wouldn't work because 9 doesn't have a 2-to-1 ratio, and we can't put the 2 here because of that. Well, there's actually one restriction. The other option would be 3 and 8, which would make this 6, which at first glance works. The next one is 4 and 7, which would only work if this was a 4 and this was a 7. And that would make this 2, which it can't be, but it could be 8. So 4 and 7 works. The only other option to make 11 is with 5 and 6, which would put a 5 here, a 6 here, and a 3 here, which also works. Okay, that is relatively helpful. I'm happy enough with those digits in that position. I'm happy enough with that. It's worth penciling. Oh, one thing, there's a 7 in this 2-9 cage, so even better, we can have an 8 and a 7, of course. And that removes this ability to be 8. So this is no longer 4. So this is a 3-6 pair. That's nice. And what does that mean? What have we taken out of this 11? The 7, right? Yeah, because this can't be 4. So the 7 goes. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Okay, great. These digits now, what are they? Oh, that's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. These digits are 1 and 2. And that means there's always, so this Renban is of length 8. And that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that means it has all the digits, either 1 to 8 or 2 to 9. And the second it has to have a 1 on it, it can't have a 9. So there's no 9 on this Renban anywhere. Beautiful. This is a 1 because it sees this 2. So this is a 2. And now there's no 9 on this, which is helpful. I mean, is it really? All it really says is we don't put a 9 here. That's a little helpful. That's a little helpful because now where do we put a 9? I don't know if that's helpful yet. There's a 9 somewhere over here. But could there be a 9 here? 9, 7, 8, 6. Yeah, there could actually. Okay, never mind. So where should we focus our sights, our efforts? I don't know yet, to be honest with you. I feel like we're making pretty good progress. So the next thing is going to be, we know we need all the digits 1 through 8 on this Renban. So is there anything that's instantly telling? Like, we need a 6 and a 7, certainly. And they're not, 6 nor 7 is on this one. 7's not here. Maybe this is getting interesting, this dot now. Because now that we have both 1 and 2 on the Renban, 1 and 2 can't be here. So we've removed the ability for this to be 1 or 2. It could be 3. It could be 4. It can't be 5. It could be 6. That's all it can be now, actually. And that's helpful. Stop it. Hush. Okay, sorry. How do you double it? Well, 3 and 6 share their counterparts, 3 or 6, of course. And then 4 can't go to 8 in this context because it's in a 10 cage. So this is from 2, 3, or 6. And then to make 7 with 2, 3, or 6, you could have 1, 4, or 5, of which there are no restrictions. Yeah, that's true. So if this can't be 1, it can't be 2, it can't be 6 or 7 or 3. This is very limited. This is 4, 5. Let's just think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is just 4, 5, or 8. So this one here should share the same properties, right? 1, 2. I guess it could be 3. 3, 4, 5, 8. So 2 is actually interesting. 2 can only be in one of these 2 spots on the Renban. Oh, no, sorry. Geez, there's already a 2 on the red band. That's so foolish of me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What about sevens? Sevens are somewhat interesting. 7 has to be in one of 3 positions. Always a 7 up here. Dog is driving me up the wall today. 1. 1 has to be somewhere in this row, but 1 is not on the Renban because if 1 is on this Renban, you have to have a 2 on the Renban, and you just can't put a 2 anywhere on it. So 1 is in one of 2 positions. Maybe we should think about what this Renban could actually be. So you can't have 1 or 2 on it. So its lowest value would be 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, does that ever work? The question being, where can you put a 6 on the Renban? Only here. And in fact, where do you even put a 6 in this box? You actually have to have a 6 somewhere in this row. It could be here. If this is 6, I mean 5, 4, 3. I don't see an immediate reason why that wouldn't work. Okay, what's the next constraint? Can you put a 7 on this Renban? Only here. This would have to be 7, 6. This would have to be 5, 4. And I believe that would work. Just don't know yet. I just don't know yet. I think there's a whole bunch of things you could put on this Renban. Nine. Actually, you can't have a 9 on the Renban because you can't put a 7 on this. If this is a 9, you can't put a 7 anywhere on this Renban, actually. So this is not a 9 because you would need a 7. And the only place you can put a 7 on this Renban is right here. If there's a 7 on it, it's in exactly one spot. So I'm content to say that there's not a 9 on this Renban at all. So it's now bound between 3 through 8. And it has 4 of those digits. 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 5, 6, 7, 8. Those are the options. Now maybe it's actually worth pencil marking. It's going to be ugly for a second, but we will clean it up. We know it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8, of which none of these ones can be 7, of which none of these ones can be 6, of which this can't be 5 or 8. This cannot be 5 or 8. That is, in fact, true. Yeah, and I think that is as clear as it can get at this point. Yeah. So what is this? We can have 6 and 7 on the outskirts, 5, 8, or 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, 5, 8. Do we need both? 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we don't. Okay. This Renban is pencil marked as complete as it can be for now. And now there's really almost something going on here, right? We have 5, 8, 3, 4. We almost have some sort of triple. And in fact, one of these will be 7. 7's always over here. Let's just finish pencil marking this one because we're pretty close, and there might be some sort of quadruple going on. 1, 2, 3 again can go anywhere here. 1, 2, 3. I guess 4 also can go anywhere here. This is starting to get ugly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. 6, good. 7, good. 8, good. 9, good. Okay, this is a complete pencil mark. Okay. Sorry, excuse me. There's a 2 up here as well. Ah, and a 1, actually. That's a triple. Yeah. 1, 2, 7, and 1, 2, 7. This is a 1, 2, 7 triple. Well, that's slowly interesting, actually. 1, 2, 3. So what are these digits? 4, 5, not 6, not 7. Oh, somehow this is a 4, 5 pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is a 4, 5 pair. So this is 3, 6. All right, let's look over here. This is more fun for now. So now we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is just 8 or 9. No restrictions yet. But now we can kind of start to think about what value we could even have on this and how it's possible, right? Because 9 and 6 is pretty big. 9 and 6. Well, it's not 9 and 6, actually. That's beautiful. If this is 9 and 6, it sums to 15, and then this has to be 9, 6, or 7, 8, and it can clearly not be either because of this 6 and this 7. So this is not 9 and 6. I don't know what it is, but it's not 9 and 6. Now, is it 9 and 3? If it's 9 and 3, then the line sums to 12. If it sums to 12, how do you do that? 3, 9 possible. Is that possible? 1 second. What am I saying? 9 and 3. 9 and 3, 6. Yeah, it is possible. So 9 and 3 would sum to 12. So 9 and 3 is fine. 4 and 8 is fine. That is it. Okay. Let's think. So it is possible. It is possible for it to sum to 12. This could be a 9. Now, what if it's an 8? 8 and 6 is 14. How do you make 14? 9 and 6. Well, you know what? One thing we're learning is there is always a 9 up here. There's also always an 8 up here. Ow, stop. Frick, don't scratch my tattoo. Not nice. Stop. Get a toy or something. My God, baby, you're not just gonna sit on my lap all day. Find something to do. I'm working on my dog's codependency. She is absurdly codependent, and I have to ignore her sometimes. Okay, if this is 8 and 3, that sums to or 8 and 6. 8 and 6, stop it. 8 and 6 sums to 14. That would require this to be, well, if it's 8 and 6 and it sums to 14, this could not be 8 and 6. This would have to be 8. And then the way to make 14 is with 9 and 5 at that point, which is not possible. Okay, this is not 8 and 6. Could this be 8 and 3? Stop it. Could this be 8 and 3? Yes, but only if this is 8 and 3. Okay, what are we learning? Let's back this up. Now that we know that there has to be an 8 and a 9 up here, and therefore one of them is on this line, what does that tell us? Let's start back at 9 and 6. Well, we already proved it's not 9 and 6. So now could it be 9 and 3? If it's 9 and 3, the 8 option is fine, and so is the 9 option. Okay, so this still could be 9. And we would just have a 3 or a 4 up here, which is fine. If this is 8 and 6, it sums to 14. How do we make 14? Doesn't. We don't make 14. Because we can't have 8-6 or 9-5. So it's not 8-6. Is it 8-3? If it's 8-3, it sums to 11, and then we can do 8 and 3 or 9 and 2. Yeah, damn it. No clarity yet. Maybe we think about the next region sum line. We're getting somewhere with this though, and in fact, we have a 1, 2, 7 triple, 3, 4, 8, 9, 3, 4, 8, 9. So this is also 3, 4, and we have a 3, 4, 8, 9 quadruple. Now, what kind of digits do we need down here? 1, 2, I guess 3, 4 for now. 5, 3, 4, 5, just 3, 4, 5, and 6. But there's always a 5 here. I don't know yet. Let's move down here because this digit now has to be relatively restricted. It's a low digit, right? It's not, I mean, it could be 6. Oh, it can't be 6. Look at that. Okay, this digit here is actually relatively restricted. This might be interesting. Now, the minimum value for these is 8 and 3, which sums to 11. The maximum value is 8 and 6, which sums to 14. So actually, what are our options again? 8 and 3 is 11, 8 and 6 is 14, 9 and 3 is 12. So this is 11, 12, or 14. 8 and 3 is, because 9 and 6 doesn't work. 8 and 3, 11. 9 and 3, 12. 8 and 6, 14. 11, 12, or 14. So knowing that these two digits have to sum to 11, 12, or 14. This is therefore never a 1 or a 2, because there's no way to make two digits sum to, well, 2, sorry. It's not a 1. Could be a 2. It's 2 if this is 9. That would sum to 11. So what is this digit? This digit is not 1. This digit could be 2. It's not 3. Could be 4. It's not 5. It's not 6. It's not 7. It's not 8. It's not 9. This is only 2 or 4. And then when we remember it has to sum to 11, 12, or 14, how do you do that if it's 2? 11 with a 9, and that is it. 11, 12, or 14. If it's a 4, how do you get to 11? 7. How do you get to 12? 8. How do you get to 14? You don't. This can't sum to 14 anymore. So 8 and 6 is not an option. And 9 and 6 is not an option. So this is not a 6. This is a 3. This is a 6. This is a 3. Or, sorry, this is a 6. 6 and 5 sums to 11. None of these are 6 anymore. That is excellent. There's no longer 5. So what have we learned? Now the value is only 11 or 12. So you can make 11 or you can make 12. 11 is 2, 9. 12 is, 11 is 4, 7, 4, 8. Okay. Those are the only options. This is now 11 or 12. And how do we do it? Well, how do you make 11, first of all? Let's start there. You can make 11 with 2, 9, which only works if this is a 2 and this is a 9. How else can you make 11? Not with 3, 8. And you could make it with 4, 7. That's how you make 11. Those are all the options. Now, how do you make 12? Well, 9, 3 doesn't work because there's a 3 in this box. So it's not 9, 3. It's not 4, 8 because there's an 8 in this box. And it's not 5, 7 because there's a 5 in this box. You can't make 12. This sums to 11. This is an 8. This sums to 11. This sums to 11. This sums to 11. This sums to 11. It's not 2, 9 anymore. And Sorry. It's not 4. It sums to 11. So 2 9's a possibility, 4 7's a possibility. Awesome. Okay, up here. This has to sum. Well, first of all, not get ahead of ourselves. This is a 9. It sums to 11 now. How does this sum to 11? It's never a 9 anymore because 9 2 is not an option. And 8 4. So this is 8 3. Neither of these are 3. This is not 3, nor is it 8, nor is it 4 or 5. This is a 9. This is a 4. This is a 3. Sick. Awesome puzzle. Damn. Awesome puzzle. What have we learned about this now? This is either 10 or 11. How do we make these two digits sum to 10? What are our options? 1 and 9. 1 and 9 sums to 10. 2 and 8 does not work. It doesn't sum to 10. Well, sorry, it does sum to 10, but we can't do this in 8. 3 and 7 doesn't work. 4 and 6 only works if it's 4 here, 6 here. So there's an option. Can we make this sum to 11? 9 and 2 would work. 8 and 3 would not work. 4 and 7 would work. 4 here, 7 here. 5 and 6 does not work. Those are the only options. Hey, enough mess. This is a fun puzzle, man. Evan, good job. I'm really enjoying this. Even if I might be approaching it a little bit slow as it is early on a Saturday morning. This video will come out on a Sunday night, but it is early on a Saturday morning for me. Sorry, 1 second. Sorry, 1 second. Sorry, I'm fully just sending a text. I apologize that you have to sit here while I do this. I mean, you can skip ahead a little bit in the video. That's fine. But don't. It'll be quick. Yeah, sorry. I am moving slowly this morning, and so I apologize. Let us continue to hum and haw about this puzzle, of which we are making progress. And it is a fun puzzle. I am enjoying myself, even though it's tricky. It's not too tricky though. Like the logic is clean. The deductions are nice when they happen. What is going on here? 1 2 1 2 3 4 6. Anything. I think we should probably pay more attention to this Renban, this large one. Because we know the digits we need on it, and maybe we should just start penciling them. Or are we thinking about it in the sense that, like, where do you put a 5 on this Renban now? Just here or just here? Okay, you know what? Let's just pencil in this Renban. We know we have 1 and 2 on it already. Where do we put a 3? Not there. Yeah, anywhere else, actually. Let's pencil all the 3s. Where do you put a 4 on this Renban? Not here, not here. You put a 4 anywhere else. Where do you put a 5 on this Renban? Not here. Here is fine. here and here. Oh yeah, we just did that. 6 is on this Renban. Not there, not there, not there. Here, here, or here. 7s are done. And then the last digit this Renban needs is an 8, and where does the 8 go on it? Not here or here. Not here. There, or there, or there. Okay, all the digits on the Renban are done. And all the digits on this Renban are done. Now, what does that say? There's like... what's insane is I haven't even started thinking about this, which I probably need to. I'm just so bad at these. I don't even know where to start. Because like, I mean, it is true that this digit needs 5 or 4 digits that are at least 4 away. So there's some restriction in the sense that, you know, if this is 1 or 2, could it even be 3? Is 3 no, 3 would just leave us the options of 7, 8, or 9. So 1, 2, and then 8 or 9, right? And it's not 2 or 8, so it's 1 or 9, and then these digits all have to be 4 away. Let's just maybe think about this. I am just so bad at Dutch whispers. If it's a 1, the first digit you could have is 5. So you could have 5, 6, 7, or 8 or 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. And this is just not going to be helpful. I mean, it's just not. You can see that it's just not going to be. It's just not going to be helpful. This one could still be 5. This one can't be 7. Maybe it is in the sense that what low digit could this be? Because if this is a 1, if this is a 9, okay, let's think about that. Let's think about this for a second. If this is a 9, let's take the 9. Let's take the low, let's take the high digits out. And let's say if this is a 9, we need digits 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Of which, firstly, none of them are 2. That's immediately true. These ones are not 1. This one is not 3 or 5. Oh, better yet, there's a 3 here. 8, 3. So what digits do we need going down here anyways? Let's just think about this. What digits do we need? 2, 4, 6, 9. This is not a 2 or a 6. So this is only 4 or 9. And then what digits are 4 away? So this just... well, if this is 4, then you can only put 8 or 9, of which you can't put 8. This is 9. This is a low digit. And again, we know that the low digit has to be just 1. It's not 2 or 3. If it's 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. So this is 1, 4, or 9 in the center. I'm so bad at these Dutch whispers. If this is 1, we need 5, 6, 7, 8. Could it even be 4? It can't be 4. There's no way it could be 4. How do you get to... yeah, it's not 4. If it's 4, what digits do you put around? There's not enough. This is 1 or 9 again, which we already established. So if it's 9, you need low digits. And are there enough of them? If it's 9, what are the low digits you put? If it's 9, these two digits are only 1 and 5. This is 4. This is then only 3. If it's 1, this is 9. What are the high digits you place? 5 is still fine. Again, that's the lowest it could be. But this could be 5 now. It doesn't have to be a 1-5 pair. This could be 5. So if this is 9, no, that's not what we're doing. If this is 1, if this is 1, this is 9, and this is 5, and then we would have to have 5, 6, 7, 8, 7 anywhere, 8 here. And in fact, there's always an 8 somewhere over here. This is so hard. These puzzles are so... Dutch Whispers are so hard to me. Ellie, stop. Oh, wow. I'm 40 minutes into this? Oh my God. I'm 40 minutes into this puzzle. Wow, this is a tough puzzle. One, 2, 4, 6, 7, 9. Ah, we have a naked single, don't we? You can't put 6 on this. So what's the 6 and 5? Yeah, this is a 6. Nowhere else a 6 can be, actually. So now there's only one room for difference here. This is great. And get rid of all this crap. Look, these two digits have to be the same because these two digits have to be the same. The only way they can be the same is if they're 4. This is 5. This is therefore then. Both of these are 2. The second both of those are 2, both of these are 9. Because again, they have to be the same digit. They have to sum to the same thing. And if 2 of the digits are the same, then the other 2 are the same. That is nice because that's finally going to clear some crap up. None of these are 4 anymore. This is a oops. Sorry. None of these are 4 anymore. So this is a 3-6 pair. This is a naked single, and it has to be a 1. It's the only option left. So as soon as this is 3 or 6, this is not 2 anymore. This is a 3-6 pair. 3 and 6. How do you get to 7 with 4 or 1? This is not a 5 anymore. Right? That's correct. Yeah. And what else have we done? These two digits, what are they? A 1, 5, 6, and a 7, of which we cannot clear it up yet. But got to be getting close. Now, we have to be getting close. What digits do we need across the top? 1, 7, 6. No, look at that. This is not 6 anymore. So 1, 7, 4, and 8, of which you can't put the 7 here. So this is 1 or 4. This is 4 or 8. This is 7, 4, or 8. This is just 1 or 7. This is a 3-6 pair, so this is neither 3 nor is it 6. This is 4 or 7. So this is a 4, 7, 8 triple now, these three. 1, 7, 4. Okay. We know that these are full. What is this now? What options does this have outside of what we've penciled? Anything else? 1? It's not 2. 3. 4. Could be 5. Nope, can't be 5. Could be 6. Can't be 7, can't be 8, can't be 9. 1, 3, 4, 6. Okay. Well, now this will be interesting because there's only 3 digits we need down here. One of which is a 1. It has to be in one of 2 spots because of this one. We have a 1 somewhere down here. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need a 5. We need a 7. That is lovely. That is lovely for the reason that 7 minus 5 is 2. And because 7 minus 5 is 2, they can't be beside each other. It's too big. It's not a big enough difference. One's in the middle. Finally. So that's 5 or 7, which is fine. Then these digits have to be larger than 5, starting at 6, right? Because, oh, my hair's insane. Okay, so 1, 5, and 7. So what do we do on the other side? It has to be not 5, has to be higher. 6, 8, or 9 are the options, of which this one can't be 6 or 9. This is an 8. And this cannot be, well, we know it can't be 8. It could be 6 or 9. But more importantly, this is an 8. So this is not an 8. And now there's only 2 spots to put the 8 on this. 6 or 9 still works. Now we need a low digit here. Now this can't be 5 anymore, can it? Because if this is 5, this has to be a 1. This is a 7. This is a 5. We've removed these. None of those can be 7 anymore. That doesn't do a ton yet, but it's marginally helpful. This digit, therefore, has to be a 2 or a 3. And that means this is a 2-3 pair, because it's the only things left. Going down here, what do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 9. Oh, there's a 6 here, of course. This is a 9. So this is a 4, 6 pair. 2. This is not a 2 anymore. This is not a 1 anymore. This is still anything. Sorry, I'm just looking at digits as a whole to see if we can use Sudoku to try and clean this up. A little bit we can. Look at 2s. Not down there, not there, not here or here. So there's a 2 somewhere down here. That means we can at least tidy up the 3, 2, 3 in the corner of all things. No 3 there anymore. No 2 anywhere up here, but we didn't have them pencil marked. So now, where do we put a 3 on the Renban? Still a few spots. Okay. What can we do with that? Any new takeaways with 3s? And I want to claim that really there's not really. 4s? No. 5s? I mean, this is not a 5. So 5, somewhere down here. Somewhere up here now is the only spot. Yeah, that's going to be helpful because that's not a 5 anymore. And now we know that there has to be a 5 on this Renban. There just does. And it's not there. Not there, nor is it there. It's not here because it has to be somewhere up here. And it's not here. This is a 5. Oh, we have a 4-8 pair on this Renban now. So that's a 7. So its only options were 4 or 7. So it's a 7. None of these are 7. That solves this. We get a 1 and a 7. So this is we have a 4-8 pair, which gives us a 1. This is not 4 anymore because we have a 4-8 pair on the Renban. So there's a 3-6 pair on the Renban now. Oh, and now that we placed a 5, we can get a 4 and a 5, which will give us an 8 and a 4, which will give us This is just now 2 or 7, right? 4, I guess. 1, no, not 4. Oh, look, there's a 4 here now. So that's a 1, that's a 6, or yeah, so that's a 3. So this is a 2-7 pair. So we get a 1 here. And this is a 6 we get because there's a 3 on the Renban now, which gives us a 4 and a 6, which gives us no more 4s there. What are these digits? 3, 4, and 7. Of which this is not a 3, this is not a 7. That's true. What's this? 1, 2, it's 3, 5, 8, 9. So it's only 8 or 9. We should start thinking about this Renban again, can we? I don't think so, actually. Ah, there's a 7 pointing at this 2-7 pair. So we get a 2 there, a 7 there, gives us a 2 here. We have all the 2s. Almost all the 7s. Oh, this is a 6 now. So the second that there's a 6, can we eliminate anything? I mean, we can take a 6 out of here, surely. Oh, and a 4. This is a 3. So this is not 3. It's also not what? 4. So this is a 5, 8 pair. So this is a 4. So this is a 7. This is then 3, 4 pair. So this is a 3, 3, 4, and it's not a 3. So that's a 4, that's a 3, that's a 4. 4 and 6, 4, 5, 6. So there's always a 5 on this now, which we already knew. But oh well, this is an 8 for so many reasons. So this is a 5 and this is an 8. So this is a 5. And now this can only be a 3. This is then a 9. This is an 8. And this is a 7. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a 9. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, what have I made a mistake? Oh, I have double 6s in here. When did that happen? Did I just pencil mark that in wrong? Let's look forward. 5, 8. So 5, 3, 9, 8, 6. Oh yeah, what was this supposed to be? 7. And I put in 6 by mistake, just fat fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 9. Perfect. 138 people have solved this puzzle in 10.7 days, 53 minutes, 19 seconds. Took a little longer than I thought it would. For a 2-star puzzle, I found it pretty tricky, but I really enjoyed it. Evan, this was a good puzzle. I liked it a lot, even though it took me a little bit to get through, but I had a lot of fun. I didn't find it too terribly difficult. I thought it there was just enough clues when I could actually look through them. Anyways, I hope everyone enjoyed watching this. I know this was a bit on the longer side. Chalk that up to my Saturday morning, Friday night libations, Saturday morning effects of said libations. But I had a lot of fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. Please consider liking and subscribing if you haven't, and I will catch you on the next one.